Mukherjee. I'm the senator for New Jersey's 32nd district. I'm our district attorney of Jersey City and Hoboken, Kintu. In the New Jersey Senate, we represent all 9.3 million of us, including our vibrant, but sometimes less visible, less conspicuous Bagali community, in that I was the first Bengali state legislator in America when I was first elected in 2013. Since then, we had another one join, Senator Jay Chaudhary in North Carolina. I still think there should be more than two nationally, and so we've got a long way to go. We are seeing the Indian diaspora get much more involved politically throughout the country, and that's been encouraging. And sometimes those efforts fall short, and then it's a little discouraging, but that's okay, because we have so much to celebrate in terms of our contributions to the arts and culture and literacy and the sciences and entrepreneurship. We are in every way moving into the fabric of American democracy in New Jersey. So it's great to come to Saraswati Puja right here in my hometown, Jersey City. It's great to see some familiar faces and meet new ones. I will say only this. It's not political in nature. It's nonpartisan in nature, but Jersey City is just an example. It's a microcosm of the same thing we have going on in New Jersey. We have 1 million on the day of the Puja. It's important to celebrate where we came from as immigrants, in addition to where we're going. My children are 5 and 3. They're with their grandparents today, so I should Puja Dashta by me, because we just got back from a trip to Australia. But when my son and my daughter grow up to be our age, I worry about organizations like this and cultural associations and Puja committees and Bangu Shamanan and NABC and all of these ways for us to gather and celebrate our heritage. There will be fewer and fewer people willing to volunteer and take the reins in terms of all of the hard work that goes into fundraising and the administrative logistics that go into planning something like this. And the fewer and fewer people there are, as we as a diaspora and immigrant community get busier and more successful, the fewer and fewer such celebrations and organizations there will be to thrive in different parts of New Jersey and the country to provide optionality. And then our kids and their kids will get, like the ones who are here today, who I'm so glad are here, even if their parents made you come, it will get harder and harder for them to remember and to retrace our roots. This past Durga Puja, I had a chance to go back to Kolkata with my son on a boys' trip only, and we went to Bene, and I got to see where my father's ashes were left between my Tapuma and my Tapudada. And I was worried about taking a 5-year-old, then 4-year-old, 6-7 hours out from Kolkata, out to the village. And he took a real interest, because he never got to meet his grandfather. And he took a real interest actually in every aspect of our visit to Kolkata. And I'm so thankful that we have the GSPC, which has been around for 44 years, doing this since 1981. And with and Taku willing, we'll be doing this for another 44 years, if not another 144 years. But it's going to take the volunteerism of folks in the audience to keep it going and making sure our kids have an interest. Number one. Second thing is, there are 1 million Asian Americans in New Jersey. We're now 11% of the state's population. In Jersey City, we're a quarter of the city. And the vast majority of the Asian community in Jersey City happens to be South Asian, happens to be Indian American. So our numbers have grown, but our influence as an immigrant community has not. Take my legislative district, where we are supposed to be the most potent and sizable immigrant community. My legislative district has 70,000 Asian Americans, vast majority of which are Indian Americans. Yet, there's 47,000 Hispanics in my district, and I'm proud of all of the diversity that we have. Intersectionality is important, and all immigrant communities have to look out for one another. And I know there's a lot of fear among immigrant communities right now, for good reason. On the other hand, there's 16,000 registered Hispanics, registered voters in my district, and only 9,000 registered Indian American voters in my district. To give you an example. And maybe that's why there's only 2 Indian American senators in New Jersey, and there have only ever in history been 2, Vin Gopal and myself. I want to see that change. I want to see the young people in the audience grow up to do all of the things that you're raising them to do, but we have to get beyond just raising good doctors and engineers. In addition to making sure that on stage at the pujas, we need to make sure that our community is as involved in our adopted democracy as we are back home. Because if we don't have a seat at the table, we will be on the menu. And no one's going to secure the seat at the table but us. And the Bangali community, for all of our Nobel Prize laureates and contributions to world history that we have so much to be proud of, here in the United States, participating in the political process, whatever your party affiliation, whatever your beliefs, has not been among them. So maybe we can start with the folks in the room just thinking about it a little bit and encouraging those in our community to get involved in this sort of unconventional way. Kitu, thank you so much for welcoming me here today, and have a great Puja celebration, and I look forward to being at future GSPC events and seeing everybody.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.